Your boy Ty Asbury is aware there are a lot of Laurens in wrestling, but they don't have that cruise and are multi-special in many things. Number one in wrestling. Joining the ropes on Friday night, a multi-special episode from Phoenix Pro Wrestling, Skipper Lauren is on the ropes with your boy Ty Asbury. This episode, sizzling, and feel the loop.
The Ropes Media. Tyrod Asbury. Yeah. Tyrod Asbury. Yeah. Every chance you get to hear us, you clear us. Just the time on the radio. My opinions.
It is Friday night, and you know what's going down live here on Off the Top Rope. I got to say, it is Friday the 13th, and you got 13 reasons why this episode is going to be slamming and jamming tonight is because of my live guest. She cruises to give bruises in wrestling. Phoenix Pro Wrestling, Supreme. She got 5cc Wrestling, and she's doing more. The one, the only, Skipper Lauren is here on Friday night. Lauren, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Most importantly, thank you for joining the ropes. And I'm going to say first and foremost, before any show, I do my research and I've seen what you've been doing in wrestling. And you got to be extremely proud because you are taking it up a notch after notch and after notch. So first and importantly, how does that feel? Because it has to be a damn good feeling.
Yeah, it feels really good to finally be out there after, the quarantine and lockdown and all that, and to finally just show people what I've been working on for years.
Yeah. Now, you said, of course, it's like working on for years. It's like you said, I guess the pandemic hurt things, and you wanted to man, this pandemic has the world shut down. I can't do nothing. I want to break out of this door and show the wrestling world what I'm made of. And I'm so glad that you have finally gotten the opportunity to do that in wrestling. So here you are doing many, many things. But I want to ask you, moving back to last year, was you kind of in lockdown for wrestling, or did you get more into the groove? Was it like a slow and steady pace to get back into where you are now?
I did during lockdown. I did some training with just one other student, so it was just very minimal amount of people.
Yeah.
And then I took a little bit of a break, and I was only training once a month. And then the coaches were like, okay, let's go back to regular training. And as soon as they said that, I was like, okay, back to regular training. And yeah, I just got back into it. But yeah, it's been pretty consistent. There were a couple of months where I was not as consistent, but that's just because there weren't any promotions going, and it was just okay, I guess I gotta, just stay in shape and hope for the best.
Now, as far as staying in shape and moving and grooving, what this, how is Skipper Lauren? How is your workout routine? Because everybody's, I'm sure, is different. But what do you do to get in a kick-ass workout to get that sweat going, that adrenaline pumping? What do you do so for people who look up to you?
It depends on the day. But yeah, usually just I just stay at home. I used to have a gym membership, but unfortunately because of the pandemic, I canceled it So just dumbbells, resistance bands, lots and lots of squats, tons and tons of squats, tons and tons of crunches, because I want to keep my core strong. Yeah. And yeah.
So how many, like I said, everybody wants to know how many squats can you get in? I'm sure it's impressive. So how many, the world's probably right now, they want to hear, how many squats can you get in?
I usually do about 100 if I do any.
Damn, girl. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like I said, just hard work definitely pays off. And one thing that has paid off too, what you've been doing in the ring, is that you have a lot of fans. You're gaining more fans. So what do you want your fans that don't know you, like a little bit more about you, to get from this episode here on Off the Top Rope, and like what they want, what you want them to learn, about you?
I guess that that's a tough question. I guess I don't know that I don't know that I'm just a very chill, laid back person, I guess, and I don't really like I'm not super extroverted, but I'm not like super like standoffish either. At least I try not to be standoffish, but sometimes I come off as standoffish. It's just I'm really shy, so it's kind of I guess it kind of comes off as like I don't want to talk to you, but it's more like I want to talk to you, I just don't know what to say.
Now, I guess for you being shy, this being shy in wrestling, does that work to a standpoint, or it doesn't? Because in wrestling, I'm sure you have to talk to people, interviews, and talk to other performers in wrestling. So how does that work? I was sure you would have to say a few things, but there's nothing wrong with keeping it to yourself.
Yeah. Well, when I'm doing like interviews, or when I'm doing, especially when I'm like out there performing, I don't know, it's just a switch flips, and I'm just like, I'm not shy when I'm performing. I don't know what it is. Like being in front of a crowd is just where I feel the most comfortable. Whereas when I'm like one-on-one with a person, or like, if I'm in an interview, like obviously you know what you're doing, right? So it's like, I trust you to have like a good conversation. Whereas like, if I'm just like talking to someone that I've never met before, it's like, I don't know where this could go. And that's terrifying to me.
Yeah. Well, I want to say this first and foremost. You know a lot about. I want to kind of take a swerve and go to some California talk, and California very well. And how is the whole wrestling scene in California as we speak tonight? Because everywhere it's different, but I would think California is probably hopping and popping. And like from what you've seen from your your eye, like how is the California wrestling scene right now?
It's definitely hopping and popping. It for a little while, especially in NorCal, because of all the restrictions and stuff. We had a lot of restrictions going on in our area just for safety reasons. It was kind of scary. It was kind of bleak for a little bit because like it was just it felt dead. But it's come back, and it's come back pretty strong, and I'm really proud of it, and I can't wait to hop into it myself, or I've been trying to hop into it, but yeah I'll hop into it more later.
Dude, one thing that really stood out, and I think is interesting and cool. Do you get a lot of compliments on your name, Skipper Lauren? Because it's different. I think it's really cool because it's not like it's just Lauren, it's kind of like Skipper Lauren. So like how many compliments wherever you go, like people bring it up to you?
People get more confused by it than anything.
Yeah.
Because they think my first name is Skipper, and I'm like, no, it's Lauren. I'm like Skipper, like Gilligan's Island Skipper, like they, I think they think of like Barbie's sister Skipper, or at least that's what one person told me. So yeah, I think people are more confused by it than anything. But yeah, that comes from when I worked at the Jungle Cruise, both at Magic Kingdom in Florida and down in Southern California in Anaheim. And I really liked working that ride. And I kind of wanted to bring like the adventure-y theme to wrestling because I think it works well together. An adventurer would want to be a wrestler.
I'm a huge Disney fan. When you said Magic Kingdom, I got jealous there because I want to go back so bad. So, it's just we got to move. I love this. Who doesn't love Disney World? So.
True. I haven't been there in 10 years. It's been 10 years since I've been there, so I feel ya.
So, someday, if you could like maybe get like kind of a door in and talk to Disney, I think it would be cool. WCW kind of did it back in the day, but yeah, running shows there, but have like a wrestling match back in like Disney, California with their location, and Skipper Lauren, you gotta make that happen for us. So if that ever goes about,
I'll try. We'll see if they still want to work with me.
When I saw that, you wrestle, but there's also kind of like a lingerie fighting, which is wrestling too. And do you think, looking towards the future at that, do you see it like a growing thing? And do you think it really doesn't get a lot of credit that it should? Like, how do you feel about that? When I saw that, I really wanted to bring it up here on the broadcast. I was like, that looks like it's something different. And how was the growth and you being involved in it?
I really liked it when I did it. I think I'm gonna come back soon. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really discussed things yet. They have a show coming up this weekend. I think it's tomorrow, in Vegas. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. A lot of people like kind of are a little like put off by it. It is growing a lot, and I'm really happy it is. But like some people are kind of like put off by it a little bit, and I'm just like, it's just, for me, it's just a fun thing to do. It's just fun. Like I'm not really bothered by it too much, especially like since I make a good amount of money doing it, so that doesn't bother me.
Yeah. The green, ching, ching, ching. And I like that you're involved in pro wrestling, lingerie wrestling. And it's like, it seems like people will tell you if you're involved in wrestling, that the door's open, try other things. And it seems like that's what you're doing. I mean, I saw also as well, I saw actor on there. I was like, oh, okay, she's getting acting and, some of that. And that, I really think that's really awesome how you're opening up your horizons and doing other things. Because also, do you believe that mentality that, of course, you never know what can happen in wrestling? I mean, it can be taken away just like that. And do you have that mentality that, like, try, lingerie wrestling, acting? Is that how you look at that? Just try other stuff.
Yeah, well, I actually got into acting before I got into wrestling. I did acting like since I was in like third grade. Yeah, I always want to keep that door open with acting just because I do really still love it. Wrestling is just kind of my way of like channeling, performing through. But yeah, I definitely do want to still keep that door open because you're right, like anything can happen. And I'm a performer at heart, and I just want to, keep doing it in any way I can. And I found currently that pro wrestling is the best way for me to do it.
Yeah. Not like as far as like pro wrestling, having your adrenaline going crazy. Like I said, I like to use when I thought of you, I got to use the word cruise because you like to cruise on, and beat people up and get the wins, W's, titles, and all that fun stuff. But now when you look at probably you could say 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, up until the podcast here tonight, what's one thing when you look at yourself as a wrestler that you have really worked on and achieved and gotten better at? If you could say maybe one area in you being Skipper Lauren.
Weirdly enough, promos. I was so scared to do them, even though like talking in front of people has been something I've been doing like most of my life. For some reason, just like doing promos, like it was so hard just to figure out what to say. But like, I don't know, something just clicked in me and I was just able to just do them. And I'm like, why was I stressing about this so much? Like, it's just talking, just talk. Like you can talk, it's fine.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people who aren't really comfortable talking, they just go in the corner and, like you said too, you have to talk. And especially being a wrestler, maybe if you can't talk, then, you're going to have a manager with you and that's going to be like super, super hard. But I really like that you said that as far as promos, you've really knocked that out of the park and really have gotten better with that. And, a big, respects to you for doing that and getting the groove on. So, and everything. And as far as getting your groove on, I hope you're getting your groove on tonight because Skipper Lauren is live on All the Top Rope Friday night. And I call this episode a multi-special episode because she has all the special talents, wrestler, lingerie wrestling, actor. She's just doing awesome. That's why this episode tonight is a multi-special episode. So like I said, you want to ask Lauren a question, shoot her a comment. I'll be glad to read it on the air here on Off the Top Rope Friday night. And we're gonna go to a little film session, Lauren. So I don't know if you're ready for that. So usually I want to ask you, of course, you got Phoenix Wrestling, of course, Supreme, 5cc Wrestling, and I really want to ask you this: like, what have they taught you individually between each promotion, and what can they help other wrestlers with that come in there? Because these organizations are what you know a lot about.
Um, Basically, just don't be afraid to just go out and, give it your all and do your best is basically what I've been learning each and every time I've wrestled. Just go out there, do what you can, get your shit in, as they say.
Yeah.
And, just do your best. And if things go well, they go well. And if they don't go well, try again next time, But yeah, just don't be afraid to just get out there and put your name out there and let people know that you exist and that you're here to wrestle.
Yeah, and that's like really the best way you just put it, for incoming wrestlers too. And I know one thing you're really happy about too, I'm sure, is like you have so many selections of promotions in California, Supreme, Phoenix, and 5cc. And so like as a wrestler looking at how wrestling's becoming bigger, like what do you feel knowing that, man, I got so many promotions to choose from? I mean, you can go overseas, and that must be a good feeling.
Yeah, it is a really good feeling. It's kind of overwhelming at times because it's like I don't know who to message to, like,
Email, yeah.
Yeah, like just connecting with people is a little like intimidating because it's like there's so many options and it's like I don't know, like, where should I go, like what promotion is going to take care of me as like a performer and a wrestler, or what promotion is just going to like expect me to like kill myself doing a match.
Yeah.
It really just depends. But yeah, I like that there's a lot of options. There's also Underground Wrestling Alliance, or UGWA, in San Jose. There's also Hood Slam in Oakland. I'll be wrestling for their femme promotion, Glam, in June. Next Level. There's a ton in Sacramento. There's like so Next Level, Total Wrestling Federation. There's just tons and tons of options, and I really like that. And I really like that I have free reign to go out there. I just need to be able to contact them.
It's like I've been saying all night, just keep on cruising and give the bruises. And speaking of Next Level Wrestling and Glam, we're definitely going to talk about them in a little bit. So because you got some stuff coming up with them too, and challenges ahead for you with those two great organizations too, as well as too. I want to do a Twitter quote too, because you said on your Twitter, and I got the date down, April 25th. You were saying, "Damn, wrestle! I just want to wrestle." Now, Lauren, when I saw that, I got pumped up because, like, as it says here on the screen here, your adrenaline was probably so high. You're probably like, is that like a wrestler's rush where you just want to get the hell out there and just kick butt?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I just sit there and especially when I like see really good wrestling, it's like I want to be a part of that. That's how I got into wrestling. Is my friend took me to see No Mercy in 2017 because I didn't really watch it as a kid, but I saw No Mercy 2017, and the match between Roman and John Cena was like so good. Yeah. I just wanted to do it myself, so I did.
And here you are doing big things. And I've always said this to every single female guest that comes on the show. You are a part of a huge women's, just like the evolution of wrestling. It's evolving and it's huge. And like you said, you got so much to choose from. You're like, I don't know who to contact. I mean, you ladies are main eventing and just doing things that dudes used to do. So, and you are the biggest thing of all too. You're like paving the way for the next Skipper Lawrence. Well, they're not. You're the only one, but the ones going to follow in your footsteps, of course. But now, if pretty much if a promoter's contacted about you and they say, to the promoter A to promoter B, definitely book Skipper Lauren. She's definitely something. Like, what would pretty much the promoter that knows you say to promoter B that, hey, check her out?
she's really good at kicking people.
You always say that too. I saw that you would like kicking people in the face. I was like, man, I saw that on your Twitter feed. I was like, man, I wouldn't want to wrestle with her, man, because getting kicked in the face, it don't tickle. So, but that's what I'm talking about. So,
Yeah, I used to be a dancer, so I have very strong dancer legs. That's where all the good that's where all the squats come from.
100 squats, man. Like I I can't beat that. So, but now roll to the next clip, of course. Now you can say that I'm wrong, but if I said one word, this is what I'm thinking. Skipper Lauren would describe this picture is this is a proud picture. Now, am I right or am I wrong? This is like that you would be proud, but you can say that I'm wrong.
Oh yeah, that's a really good picture. Yeah. I had just managed a friend of mine wrestling, and she did a really good job. It was an alternate universe version of her. I've been jumping from dimensions trying.
Yeah.
And I just really like what I do, and I really like being in the ring. And anytime I am, I'm proud of myself and proud of the people that I share the ring with.
Well, I'm sure too. You helping out a friend, I'm sure it's like the more people you help, they'll probably look at you as like a mentor. Like, I want to go to Lauren and talk to her, and you're really building that in your resume too. I mean, so like, it's just like, I think, especially and you can answer this for me in wrestling, it's like, you never know what moment, you can achieve helping out a friend, or like you said, talking to multiple promoters. And it's just so much. I always say it's like a buffet with wrestling. You got so many different things you can snatch off the table and like dig your mouth into. But yeah, it's and then you got like a whole bunch of challenges coming up. And speaking of which, that clip that I showed, and I was like, man, I got to ask her about this so bad, because I know wrestlers have been like kind of mixed about it. I don't know your opinion now. When I found this clip, you were wrestling for 5cc, the 6-sided ring. I couldn't wait to ask you this. Now, what's it like to wrestle in that? Because there's 6 corners instead of 4. So break it down, Lauren. How confusing can it be? Or you was like, nothing to me.
It's a bit of a challenge. Running the ropes is not an option. But yeah, you got the 5 sides and the 5 corners, and 5 people in the ring. It's a bit chaotic at times, but you just got to go in there. You just got to do it. And
Oh man, because it's like this. If plus in that match, it was a lot of people in there, because it's like, oh, should I run here or there? And it's just like, I'm surprised. I'm thinking the refs like, man, what the heck is this? And it. God bless 5cc Wrestling for wanting to do that. And I'm sure you may have told them guys, so, but that's I'm really glad that you have got adjusted to it. And because the biggest thing, you want to get W's. You're like, I ain't worried about if there's 10 corners.
yeah.
I want to kick people in the face. So I'm sure that's what you're looking at in that capacity. Now, I talked about this. You have, of course, coming up, and this is going to be a good match. And May 28th, which is kind of creeping up. Like I said, your top rope thought for this match. What would you say for this, Lauren? Because it's going to be a good match.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked. I'm honored that Next Level was willing to give me a title shot with my debut there. And Christina Monieri is obviously amazing and an incredible wrestler. So I can't wait.
Man, and I think this is going to be a really good match. Now, if you can let all the fans know, where can we watch this match? Because I want to get my popcorn and check it out too. So where can we check out this match? Because it's going to be good.
I believe it's going to be on a television station. I'm not quite sure, but I don't know off the top of my head, but it's in Sacramento. And so if you're in the Northern California area, definitely go check it out. They are Next Level Pro. They're Level Wrestling on Twitter. Next Level Pro Wrestling, I think, on Facebook, and then I think Next Level Wrestling on Instagram, something like that. But yeah, go check them out. They have their address. They have all the information you need to watch the match.
Now, I want to throw this in there because we all know it is still up and coming, but it's one of like the hottest promotions, worldwide. You are up and coming sensation, multi-specially talented, Skipper Lauren, one and only. If Skipper Lauren went to AEW, what would she bring to AEW?
I would love that so much. I definitely think I would bring a lot of emotion. I'm a very emotional person, and I think that's what helps people care about wrestling. That's what gets people to care. And I definitely would bring the emotion and the drama and kicking people in the face.
Yeah, I'm sitting down. I can't, but you can kick people in the face. So I'll just punch people in the face for you because I can't. I'm sitting down, so I don't want to, mess up the studio here. But yeah, that. Have you ever thought about if with a T-shirt, like having like merch when you kick somebody in the face? I think that'd be badass to do.
That would be pretty cool. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I've been waiting until people ask for shirts before I make them because I want to make sure there's a demand first. But yeah, no, there would probably be something with kicking involved. I definitely want to do like a really cool design because I think the cooler the design, the more people are willing to buy it, even if it doesn't look like it's wrestling related. So.
Now you said before you get the shirts made because they'll be like hotcakes, just they'll be like hotcakes and pizza, hot and sizzling and flying out the door. Now, if I ask you, you got to put me on the list too because if that shirt gets made, you got to put me on like the top 10 list because I'm gonna be asking for mine too. So you got to hook me up. So.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll let you know.
I'm going to be a part of, like I said, I call it the Skipper Society because I want to be a part of.
I love it. I love it.
So, Lauren, tonight is your first time off the top rope, and everybody knows to Ty, he's got a stomper. So, this segment I call "Damn Ty, That Is Good," where you got to put the thinking cap on. I got to stump you with this question. You ready for it?
I think so.
Let's roll the clip.
Damn, Ty, that's good.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, the question is that this is all about you. Now, in this picture, we got a badass entranceway. Of course, you coming out in front of the entranceway. Using this entranceway, how would you spice it up to make it a Skipper Lauren themed entrance? So how would you adjust that and make that fit, who you are?
I definitely would want my friend who I use one of his songs for my entrance if it's not a family friendly show because there are curse words in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely want him to play me out. Or I mean if it is a family friendly show, I'm sure he could censor himself. But yeah. And definitely have a lot of like leaf graphics, like a lot of vines and stuff, just make it very jungly. And yeah, just make it super jungly and adventure-y.
Yeah, I actually like this entrance. Like for me, I'll probably walk and fall off the stage because there's like an exit. I'll probably fall and walk off the thing. But I was like, man, I got to see how she would. I was like, I can see you coming out to this too, and of course, 6-sided ring be waiting for you. You probably like, oh god, but so, but I got to say, for the damn Ty, that's good segment. I gotta give you A+ for that. You kind of just hit that and kick that in the face. So that was very well done. So
I may daydream about it every once in a while.
So, Lauren, I got to say this episode has been multi-special. This episode, like Friday night, like I said, Friday the 13th. 13 reasons why to watch this episode is because of you. And I want to talk about the big one, June. Oh, June. June's a big one for you. So, June 4th, of course, we were talking about Glam. Glam Slam is going to be hot damn. So this card, what can we expect from this card? You're going to be on it.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to be wrestling Thick Bartel, card subject to change, but I will be as of right now, I am slated to wrestle Vic Martel in a match. And yeah, it's going to be an amazing card. Obviously, you see Viva Van there, Brittany Wonder, Heather Monroe, Ashton Starr, Sandra Moon, all incredible. Everyone on the poster except for Ashton Starr has wrestled for Glam before, and they've just all done really come up and showed out and really have like impressed, and I don't see them stopping impressing anytime soon.
Yeah, and I got to say too that the one thing about this poster, it give you some sizzle and that special flavor. Got to get Skipper Lauren on there, but I think the thing about this post that makes it exciting, you're not on there, so that's kind of like a surprise. Like, I think that's the thing about posters when they're like, oh man, I didn't know Skipper Lauren was on there. So I think that's a badass thing too to think about. So, and I gotta ask you too, far as like for streaming purposes, where this is going to air and fans, like where can fans check out this show?
Yeah, sure. I'm not sure if it's going to be on Twitch or IWTV or Fight, but one of those. Again, it's Glam Oak on Glam X Oak on Instagram. Also, I think it's Glam X Oak on Twitter. Also, you can follow Oakland Metro, which is the venue putting it on. And Hood Slam, this is a Hood Slam affiliated promotion. So yeah, if you check those out, they can probably give you information on where they will be streaming. But we used to stream on Twitch, and then I think they put a bunch of Dark Chic, the woman who runs the promotion, put it all on IWTV, and then they recently had a Hood Slam show on Fight, so it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't gotten any information on that yet, but yeah, I will definitely keep everyone posted. I will be retweeting like crazy once I find out.
Yeah, because definitely your boy Ty Asbury wants to know, and I haven't noticed this too. Like Twitch and wrestling, a lot of promotions are starting to put their stuff on Twitch now, and I'm like, man, Twitch is starting to be terrific with wrestling. So I'm like, man, and that's a good thing that, like you said, with Fight TV and Twitch, wrestling is like really at the high spot of like streaming, and that's a really cool thing. And you're definitely a part of that. So I want to say, Skipper Lauren was a part of Off the Top Rope Friday night, and I want to say, Skipper, before you leave tonight, from 1 to 10, would you ever come back on the ropes again and party it up and kick your boy Ty Asbury in the face here on the show?
Yeah, sure. Definitely. Let's turn it up to 11.
I get 11. I definitely get 11. So May 28th, June 4th, there are your big dates. You want to add us some more dates you got coming up too, and promote away if you want to let your fans know what else you got come up outside of those 2 dates.
Yeah, sure. I think I'm going to be appearing in Best of the West either in June or July. Where else? I think I might also have a match coming up not this weekend, but the next one, at Phoenix. I'm not sure yet. They haven't contacted me. But yeah, a lot of my career so far has been like, maybe we could get you on this show. Sure. Or yes, we will get you on this show. Or, hey, last minute, come on this show. And I'm like, sure, let me just scramble to get my gear together and get on there.
Has that happened where you had to rush, maybe jump in your car, and like, has that happened where it's like, I've heard in wrestling, always have your bag on hand in your car because you never know when you gotta rock and roll. So
pretty much, yeah. Phoenix Pro, but when I debuted at Phoenix Pro Wrestling, it was pretty much like, okay, we're doing this, because like it was like a kind of like, oh yeah, you could possibly be in the Battle Royal. Okay, yeah, maybe. Okay, yes, for sure, you will be going in the Battle Royal. And I'm like, cool, I have my gear with me. Let's go.
Well, we're talking about gear, driving, which is cruising. We cruised, and we had it in gear here on Off the Top Rope Friday night with the one and only Skipper Lauren, Supreme Pro Wrestling, Phoenix Pro Wrestling, 5cc Wrestling. Like I said, dominating in the 6-sided ring. Her summer is going to be busy. Lauren, I want to thank you very, very much for coming on Off the Top Rope. And most importantly, God bless, stay healthy, be safe, kick people in the face, and get that shirt going too. So
Right. Thank you so much for having me. And yes, I will work on the shirt.
This is your boy Ty Asbury. My guest live tonight here on this Friday night. Skipper Lauren was live on the show tonight. Love yourself. God bless. We're out of here. Have a great Friday night. Peace out.
Tyrone Asbury. Yo. Yeah. I need y'all to listen to me right now as I take you on this journey. Podcast journey. Only the greats can make it to this level.